One of the coolest things about our long-term Kia EV9 is its vehicle-to-load capability. Actually, could we get more light, please? Great. So that light is actually being powered by the EV9 right now, but here's some other things you can do with that vehicle-to-load power. So what else can you do with the EV9's V2L capability besides powering this 1200-watt studio light? Let's head to the cargo area of many things, where I have just a few examples. We have a TV and an Xbox hooked up just in case you've ever wanted to play video games out of the back of your SUV. It's a thing you could do. I also have a battery charger for my portable tire inflator. This one makes more sense as a in case of emergency kind of thing. It's good to keep your tires inflated. If you run out of battery power on something like this, you can plug in the charger, charge up the battery. Eventually you'll be on your way. There are obviously all sorts of other uses for tailgating, camping. You've got cooking implements, lights, music, that sort of thing. But remember, the more you plug in, the more power you're going to use, and that can affect your range. But there's a way to keep an eye on that. So let's head inside and check that out and see how we can keep things under control. Inside the EV9, you have helpful screens that let you know just how V2L is going. So in both the instrument panel and the touchscreen currently, it's showing that we're using 1.5 kilowatts of electricity. Again, that light is 1200 watts, 1.2 kilowatts. And then on top of that, we have how much time we can keep doing that. We're at 33% battery charge right now. We have 6 hours and 7 minutes remaining before we get to 20%. And at 20%, the car is going to cut off that V2L power to make sure you have enough range to get home. We can adjust that as well by going into this screen, the electricity use settings V2L. And you can change that battery percentage depending on how you're feeling, how far you are from the charger or home. 20% is the lowest you can go. You can push it all the way up to 80%, somewhere in between, and it very helpfully tells you the amount of range you'll have at that percentage. Now, again, we're using 1.5 kilowatts right now. The EV9 is capable of offloading via V2L 1.8 kilowatts of power total from either the adapter port or the interior outlet. V2L on the EV9 works either from the exterior charge port and this adapter. There's also an interior household outlet we can use, but for this adapter, it plugs right into the charge port. And then down here, you have the connection for your electronics or an extension cord. You can close this up, keep that a little bit safe and weatherproof. And then when you're done, you can go ahead and press this button, unlock the charge port, pull it out, and you're ready to go. Another cool feature in the EV9 that's adjacent to V2L is utility mode, which uses the vehicle's larger 100 kilowatt battery to power all the internal electronics and things like that instead of the 12 volt. So we go ahead and hit this button, go into the EV mode screen. There's a utility mode button, and then we just go ahead and activate it. And now we're using the larger battery rather than the 12 volt. While the car is in utility mode, we can't drive anywhere, but if you're stuck in a parking lot for a sports game, whatever, weather delay, you can do that and not drain the 12 volt, which is a really nice feature. Now, we haven't found a lot of use for it yet, but that doesn't mean you won't. For more on our long-term EV9 ownership experience, head to Cars.com/news.